What's up, Tim Sykes here. Quick little life update. I'm I'm, I'm ducking here because I'm in this like 200-year-old ryokan in Kyoto, Japan. Pretty crazy. If you ever get to come to Japan, try to stay in one of these old places. But they've modernized it too. It's pretty cool. But I had to do this video. I'm trying to work. This is actually, it's interesting. This is like where my workstation is because there's an outlet right next to the sink. Not designed perfectly, you know, a few hundred years old. But look at this. This is outside right now. Oh, this window's not open. I was just about to go out here. Look at this. How freaking beautiful is this? And I'm here not just because I love Japan, but also one of my newest Millionaire students, actually my newest Millionaire student, Bryce, is downstairs with his girlfriend. We're celebrating him crossing over $1 million, and it's his 25th birthday. This is the moment you're over $1 million. Come on! Are you over $1 million? Woo! Are you over $1 million?
Yeah.
Yo, congrats, buddy. Look at this, GNS over $1 million.
Did you do it? I did it.
Woo!
It's a party in the USA.
Yo, this is pretty sick.
All right, I've evolved my caffeine.
We finally got a student who cost $1 million on camera. Yo, calm down, calm down. No. Stop. Why is he doing this with water? Stop.
You're gonna die.
Stop, calm
Because
down.
I've evolved from my
That's how
drinking
we
days.
celebrate.
I drink nothing but
Everyone
spring water.
congratulating this, and now it's failing. Look at this.
I'm king. You did it. I did it.
Leave a comment below. Congratulate Bryce on hitting $1 million. Wish him a happy birthday and just get inspired by this. Like, I've actually never been here while it's snowing. We just went to the bamboo forest too. Magical. Arashimaya bamboo forest. If you're ever in Kyoto, try to go when it's snowing because it's like, wait, this. I don't know like if this window's open or not, but just look at this. Like, just add this to your. I don't know if you have like a vision board, but this is magical. Okay. And there's like hot springs down there too. So much to do. Let me close this down. These are my little windows. This is all just made out of like paper. So it's kind of cold in here. Not going to lie. But I wanted to film this just, you know, because it's snowing. It's magical. There's heat right here. Like, look at this. This is crazy. This is crazy. I'm a small town kid from Connecticut. Bryce and his girlfriend are actually from small town New York. I forget the town names, but they're from like small towns. I'm from a small town. If you're from a small town, or even if you're in, you know, from a city, it doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't matter your background. We live in the most amazing time in history. I know that you probably have negative people in your life, probably some doubters, maybe even some self-doubt. Obviously, the world isn't perfect. Not every place is like this. I mean, look at this. This is just a crazy... Sorry, my hair's all messed up and I'm exhausted. But this is just a crazy view. Like, look at this. This is my freaking outdoor view right now. It's like a green screen, right? We live in the most amazing time in history. And I know that there's negativity. I know that we have issues. But if you look back through history, I'm basically nothing more than like a glorified history teacher. Sorry, I got to switch arms. If you look back through history, decades, centuries, you know, you could not be whatever you wanted. You would have to like, you know, follow in your parents' footsteps. Like if you were born a slave, you're still going to be a slave. There's no freedom. There's no like, oh, I want to do this with my life. Like, no, you are what you're born into for the vast majority of human history. You know, even here in Japan, like it's beautiful, but they're very hugely steeped in tradition. And it's very difficult for them to break out. You know, I was telling Bryce and his girlfriend, like entrepreneurship, startups, like really doesn't exist that much in Japan. You know, the traditions here are amazing, like the ryokan, the samurai, the geisha, all of that stuff is beautiful. But they're very, very focused on one way of thinking. You know, I don't want to say that they're narrow-minded, because I love the Japanese people and I love the culture here, but it's really tough for them to change. They're not like, you know, traders. Traders like me and like a lot of my top students, like we just adapt. A lot of cultures like Japan, even, you know, like Italy or China, like a lot of these cultures, they're very focused and steeped in tradition, which is good and bad. You don't have that issue, okay? It's good to learn the past. It's good to learn about tradition, but you literally can do anything you want. And a lot of people still haven't realized that everything is possible in this world. A lot of people still aren't capitalizing on the opportunities, not just in the stock market, but like with the internet, with information at our fingertips. Like, okay, you know, like if you look, this is not a great video. I know that I'm exhausted. I probably shouldn't be filming, but how often is it like freaking snowing out here in Kyoto? If you look at like the old times, you know, like 100, 200, 300 years ago, the smartest person in your village maybe read one book, not even like a nonfiction book. Maybe they read like a fictional book, but that's like near best case. That's the limitations on information and education. Now you're watching this, you have access to the internet, you have access to everything. Why is there a siren ruining my peace? You have access to everything, and you have to put in the time. I said this on Twitter the other day. You're not the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. That's just what a marketer came up with. And, you know, they're trying to sell you like, oh, here's like a little, you know, inner circle thing where you can be like these top 5, you know, friends of yours. And it's just not true. I do believe you are influenced by other people. Like, I think it's good to have, you know, ambitious people as friends rather than like losers or lazy people. But at the same time, you're more the average of what you study. Like, you know, not even just 5 books that you've read, all the books that you've read. You know, marketers want to put this into like simple things like, oh, you just have 5 good friends, read 5 good books, and like that solves everything. It's not. If you want to be successful, you got to put in the time. You got to grind hard. You know, like you look at David Goggins and he talks about like, you know, staying hard for fitness. Same thing with your mind. Same thing with business. Same thing if you want to be successful. Like you got to push yourself so hard. So some people will say, you know, why are you showing this stuff? Just talk about stocks and charts and stuff. But you need these visual inspirations. You know, growing up in a small town, I could only dream of this stuff. And now I'm here. And I'm proud to bring my student. Oh, by the way, click the link below if you want to apply to be my next millionaire student. But just don't be lazy. But like use visuals like this. Take a screenshot. You don't have to be embarrassed. You don't have to be shy. There's so much negativity out there. I'm all positivity because I've been around the world. I'm fortunate enough to travel. I'm fortunate enough to now have over 30 millionaire students, 40 plus if you count the few that don't want to be public about it. There's more and more coming. It's not a question of if, it's when and who. Who wants it the most? Who's willing to study the hardest? Who's going to take a visual like this and, you know, use it to push themselves? And it doesn't have to be stocks. Like I have, you know, people who hit me up and they say, oh, I loved, you know, your challenge, but I just couldn't trade that much. It didn't work for me. But I learned, you know, the lessons that I got into crypto or, you know, real estate or whatever. I've been trying to teach you what I've learned over the years. I don't care how you make your millions. I'm not like picky. I'm like, oh, you have to make your millions this way. No, just get financial freedom. Just study up. If I can give you some visual motivation, I mean, to me, this motivates me just because like this looks like something out of like freaking Kill Bill. It's not a green screen. Some people think like I don't actually travel and like this is all like Photoshop. It's all real. I do travel and I enjoy it, even though sometimes I'm exhausted. But believe in yourself. Believe that you can do anything. I've been around the world. I've seen so many amazing people, so many amazing communities, so many amazing sites like this. We're so much more capable of anything. Like you're more capable of achieving anything than you realize. And I know I don't know you, most people watching this, but I've been around. And again, I've talked to like tens of thousands of people. I've, you know, taught thousands of students. Most students just don't study hard enough. Most students like give up after like month 1, 6 months in, 1 year in. You know, some people say, oh, Tim, your disclaimer says most students make very little money. Correct. Because I teach people to trade small in the beginning. I'm not embarrassed. Oh, your disclaimer says this. My top 2 students, Tim Grittani and Jack Kellogg, both 8 figures, 15 million and 12 million as of right now, respectively. Tim Grittani made nothing his first year. Jack Kellogg lost $2,600 his first year. And they both paid a few $1,000s to be in my challenge. So if you look at how they did after year 1, you would say, oh, Tim Sykes is a scam. This is terrible. Year 5, year 6, year 7, year 8, now they're not just multimillionaires, they're into 8 figures. So you got to be patient. It doesn't happen overnight. I will guide you. I will inspire you. Again, congratulate Bryce. Leave a comment below. Wish him a happy birthday. Nicest guy. I love that, nice guys can finish first. You don't have to finish last. And I even have female millionaire students now. Shout out to Mariana and a few other students who are upcoming who are female. Special shout out to Kim. She made her first $1,000 at my conference a few months ago. On Friday, she just made over $5,000 in one day. That's the beauty of trading. You can scale up over time, not in the beginning. Get inspired, study hard, dream big, then scale up, gain experience, figure out what really works for you best over time. I got to go work on a watch list for students. Cheers.